All summer long, volunteers have encouraged Saginaw residents to turn on their porch light. The goal is to eliminate crime by lighting up the streets. Saginaw County Treasurer Tim Novak is here with us today. Thanks so much for joining us.
Good morning.
Good morning. All right, so can you tell us more about the Light Up the City Saginaw initiative?
Yeah, so the Light Up the City was kind of started, it was 8 years ago. They've been doing it 8 years, and it's kind of a way to, I guess, an old school method of kind of taking back the neighborhoods, making people feel comfortable. And a lot of it was, you know, let's light up our porch lights, sit on the front steps, and walk the streets. And so first responders and law enforcement and community business organizations and media all kind of got together and started organizing these events. And they moved to different neighborhoods throughout the city. And they go walk the neighborhoods and wave to people and talk to your neighbors, encourage others to do kind of a thing and kind of lead by example. So, and then what tomorrow night's the big celebration of a summer full of that.
So this is a really important initiative. Why is that?
So it's really important that people understand that it all starts with neighbors, and it all starts with how do you feel in your neighborhood, and reaching out to folks if you see things that are odd and different, to feel comfortable to call your neighbor or stop in next door and ask them what's going on if you see unfamiliar things. And the only way to know what's unfamiliar is by knowing who lives next door to you and across the street, and really getting to know who they are. And so that's the whole, the porch lights, and you know, Consumers Energy is a big supporter of this, and they've given out like 10,000 light bulbs over the course of these 8 years to really encourage people. It's safe neighborhoods, and if you feel safe in your own neighborhood, you'll feel safe in your community. And we're winning the battle. You know,
right.
We're winning the battle, but it takes a lot of different pieces of the puzzle.
Yeah, it's important to know your neighbors. Now, Saginaw has been taking part of this event for a while. Can you tell us how long that they've been in this initiative?
So this is the 8th year they've been doing it. There's been over 34 walks. This summer alone, they had 8 of them scheduled in a variety of different areas and the different quadrants. So, you know, it's in the 8 years, they've seen, and people that have been on these things talk about the goosebumps and the feelings that they feel, and really kind of an empowering and cool experience if anybody ever has a chance. I know tomorrow night's the big night on Ojibwe to celebrate what's been going on, and there's kid games and activities, and maybe there's a fire truck out there, all kinds of fun stuff for the kids. Nonprofits are sharing information. That's a celebration of, you know, what these folks have been doing all summer.
Yeah, tell us more about the event tomorrow. When does that start, and how can people get involved?
So 5:30 to 7:30 at Ojibwe Island. You can come on out. There's free food, activities and games for the kids. The nonprofits are out there sharing their information. First responders will be out there in the business community. And really, it's just kind of a nice evening to get out here as we're school's upon us. And knowing that you know, folks in the police and fire and emergency responders, they're out there to help us and support us, and it's important that, you know, kids and adults understand that piece of it. And that was the kind of a big component of this when it kind of began, was that, you know, we're all on the same team here. They're here to help us. It's the protect and serve piece. And so tomorrow night, those folks are all out there and smiling faces and playing games with the kids, and really is really a cool experience.
Yeah, you know, like you mentioned too, it's important to know your neighbors and have a little fun before summer ends too.
Absolutely, nothing wrong with that.
All right, well, thanks so much for being here with us today, Tim. We appreciate it. If you have any questions that you would like to ask the county, you can email them to WNEM@WNEM.com.